Morning beauties. So today I'm going to do a very quick pick a card reading. I'm going to do 2 piles only because I noticed that in the last reading it's a small group of people at the moment, so we don't need to do 3 piles because I was getting very similar messages, which is not, I want to get 2 very clear, distinct messages today. It's enough messages, so I'm going to put the intention now that Source can channel messages through me very clearly and distinctly into 2 groups of people from the people that are going to watch this reading, being pile 1 and pile 2. Please be very clear. Give me the messages I need to give. Make it very obvious and clear, and keep the energies separate. And channel your energy through me and into the cards so I can do this reading. Showing all chances and changes. And everything that my listeners and viewers need to see and hear today to get the message that they fully will resonate with. So this is a requested reading from a client of mine. They wanted me to do a pick a card, no contact, how do they feel? So I'm going to do it because I said I would do these things. I worry that sometimes these readings can be a little bit addictive for people. But I'm up for doing an energy check-in. I will be very honest about the cards I see. For a love reading, if this is what you're looking at this reading for, I would really want to see like 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, Empress, 6 of Cups. There are certain cards I'd want to see to be like, this person is romantically interested in you and wanting a reunion. And I will be very honest. So please don't watch this reading if you actually don't want to know the truth. Do you know what I mean? You have to be responsible for your own, what you consume. And of course, you should only take any reading from any reader if it resonates with you because you already kind of knew this to be true, or you realized it when you listened. It can't replace proper, no reading replaces your own intuition or proper kind of medical or legal or therapeutic advice, but it can be a very useful tool. So in the spirit of that, I will go ahead with the reading. So we're going to have 2 piles. Pile 1 will be this. If you're into this pile, you might just hear, because I hear 1 or 2, but you can choose based on however you feel you want to choose. That's pile 1, and this is pile 2. Okay, so let's go ahead now. I'm going to connect into the energies of everyone listening and watching this so that I can deliver the messages that they need, creating temporary energetic cords and grouping the viewers into 2 distinct groups so that I can deliver the messages today. Sever all cords at the end of this reading, create protective shields for everyone involved, open everyone's own intuition up to the reading. Okay, let's go ahead. So pile 1, pile 2. If you chose pile 2, look in the timestamp in the description box below. Go straight to that reading, okay? I'm going to start with pile 1. Okay. Hi, pile 1. So you either were attracted to this image of the moon card, you might have heard one, or you were interested in this crystal. So I'd just like to talk about what this crystal means, because that could be a message for you. So this is a HOWLIGHT crystal, and the HOWLIGHT crystal is very good for sleeping, for reducing anxiety, for if you're having racing thoughts, any kind of muscle pain, or tension. So this could be a message to you that, maybe you are aware of the fact that you're feeling quite anxious at the moment, you're having problems sleeping. So that could just be a message for you that, you know, this is your reading, if that resonates with you. This stone always reminds me of kunsagi, the Japanese pottery technique where they repair the cracks with the gold. And it's all about, for me, where your weaknesses are. You know, these are the points of beauty, and transforming the kind of cracks or any kind of difficult or wounding things that have happened within your life into something more beautiful. So the beauty within, shining out, the cracks being the entry points where light can enter. So that might resonate, but there's something about resilience here. Also, please try to get good night's sleep. A good friend told me I shouldn't be looking at any of my devices after 10 p.m. Really difficult because I'm so busy, but you know, these sorts of things. Think about self-care and clean kind of sleep habits. Sorry, it's annoying me, that thing in the background. So yes, that's just a message for you guys. I'm going to use, as usual, other decks to clarify, because I like to use multiple decks in case multiple cards come out, or, you know, you never know what's going to happen. So, sorry, I'm just listening in case there's a message. This is no contact. How do they feel? It might also, Spirit saying it might also be that you get an insight into why there's no contact as well. Because we don't want to... Okay, I'm just going to shut up. Sorry. Okay, interesting. I'm going to carry on getting cards before I speak. Clear messages, please. Oh my god. Yeah. I've got enough cards, I think. Let me just have a moment though to lack of space. Right. Well, interesting that these two cards came up in a previous reading. I think it was the previous pick a card reading. What was that reading about? It was like what's next in love, I think. It could have been a different reading though. A lot of cards do keep coming up because it's like for the collective. Obviously it's a small group of us at the moment, so the messages will be resonating, but that's not the only interesting thing. The other interesting thing is we have quite a few similar messages. Like, this is a very, very clear reading for me. If you know tarot, you already know what I'm going to say. This is an ending, guys, I'm afraid to say. Although, okay, hang on. Okay, what it is it feels like it's an ending. So you asked, what did we ask? No contact, how do they feel? Okay, I've got it. So, because I was going to tell you something and then Spirit was like, no, that's not it. I was going to say this is completely over. But what it is that you both feel like it's completely over. So you have the Ten of Swords and you have the World card. So these are both cards of completion and endings. I mean, that is a very... Ooh, there we go. That is a very, very clear message of an ending, isn't it? This is a necessary ending. It's almost like a wiping the slate clean kind of energy. To me, that's like the minor arcana version of the Major Arcana Death card, isn't it? It's like the 10 cards are all about completions of cycles and endings, but from it there is a new beginning. The World card, similarly, you know, this is the last card in the tarot deck. This is the completion of the Fool's journey through the tarot, because the tarot is all about this character's journey through to enlightenment, basically. But yes, the World card is this idea of a conclusion, a cycle coming to end. It can be like a happy kind of conclusion, like you mean the world to someone, but I'm not really seeing it with this, I'm afraid. That's very clear. Like, I feel like you feel like it's over and they feel like it's over. And it feels like it was necessary. It feels like this was toxic somehow. And there is this sense that there is this break, and this is like calm meditative, restorative break. It's like you needed this break in order to restore yourselves, in order to heal. However, and by the way, you could be yourself a male water sign energy, or you could kind of align with masculine energy. It's not gender specific, but this is the card of a masculine water sign or father figure. Don't get triggered by that. I could identify it as having masculine energy, even though I would consider myself a feminine. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just energy. We all have everything within us, and we could feel in different energies on different days. You know what I mean? It's just about energy. But for those people who might be dealing with a water sign, masculine, so Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, this could be that this is the reading for you, or you could be that yourself. Either way, this is the card though of someone who does care. It could be the father figure. Often I find that the King of Cups has got sort of hidden emotions, like they're the most caring of all the kings, I think, and the most emotional, but they sometimes kind of hide it. It's almost like under the calm waters there's something brewing. So this person may well be quite emotional about this situation, but they're trying not to show it. And they could be feeling the burden of this. Sorry, I'm just going to have some tea. This is, oh my God, what is this tea? Anyway, sorry, this is a herbal tea. I've completely lost what it is because it's not important, probably. Sorry, where was I? Maybe this is something about forgetting something. Hang on. It's like maybe this person is trying to forget. They're trying to forget, and they're trying to push everything under. There's something here to do with forgetting, because that's really weird. Everything that happens like that is always for a reason. Anyway, it could be that they're trying to forget somehow. What I see though is that there is going to be possibly a sudden change of events here. Like the universe is going to intervene somehow. This might be like the universe just comes in and puts you guys back together, like you run into each other. Or it could be that something happens in the person's life that you're asking the question about that kind of makes them see things from a different perspective. Or just there's something that's going to come in. There is a cycle here that is over for sure, but I do feel like it may then start back up. Do you also notice that the healing hearts I have on in the background of this reading keeps stopping and starting? It's not the usual thing that happens, so I don't know what that's about. But maybe you guys have had this stop-start energy and this kind of idea of trying to hide emotions, bury emotions, forget what's been going on. Mugwort tea. It's definitely then that there's something here to do with forgetting. Maybe it's like they're even doing stuff like they're drinking something, like drinking to forget. You know, maybe they're in that energy, although I don't totally see it here, but there's something there. Anyway, there is this feeling of this temporary break, or that there is a kind of healing that's coming from this. I think that this is more like a message for you guys that it may not be as permanent as you think, that it may just be a temporary pause, because that's like the temporary pause card for me. I think both of you actually think it's quite final, because that's what I first thought, and then I was like, no. I do see, and I did say I wanted to see this card if I'm talking about love. This is my 1111 twin flame soulmate card. You know, you can see the 1111, right? The four wands become the 1111 portal. This is also the card of celebration, of homecoming, the feeling of being at home again, which can be an emotional feeling. So I do see that there could be a reunion here. I feel like both of you feel like it's totally over and final, but maybe there's a secret hope that you're trying to forget, that there will be this reunion. And this is, we're asking about their feelings. So if that's what you're feeling, then you're mirroring each other, because this is coming up in their energy. They're definitely doing a lot of thinking and hoping and looking. This is the card of someone looking out to sea. They're waiting for their ships to come in. This came out in another reading, and it was like the energy of the viewer, but it's also the energy of the person you're asking about today. So I do think that they're thinking about you. And it's the card of like inspired action. So you have the Ace of Wands, which is the idea, the Two of Wands, which is like making the decision to do it, the Three of Wands is like they're almost about to make the moves towards this stability. They're putting things in place like a stable plan, and then it moves to the Four of Wands, which is the actual reunion and building of something solid. So you see there is a progression. I'll do it this way around. There's a progression, or is that way around better? Oh God, I can't tell, sorry. There's a progression here, basically, in their thoughts to their actions. So it's not as clear as maybe I would like it to be, because I do like really clear messages. So let me just ask something else then. I mean, it's quite clear, but I want to know, like, is this person going to contact you? Maybe that should have been the question. But let's see. Is this person going to contact pile one? Can we have a very clear message? Are they going to contact them? Hang on, I only take cards that fly out. But Justice flipped over, which is the card of things being in balance again, and justice. So if you've been waiting for justice, it can also be the card of marriage. Maybe they're married. I mean, I don't want to take it because it didn't fly out. If there's, okay, here we go. If there's something, fly out. Seven of Discs and Nine of Cups. So it is a similar energy to what I was thinking, and this is a clear thing. So Seven of Discs, this is the card of investment and waiting. In this context, I asked, are they going to contact you? You're going to be waiting. It's not going to be immediate. It's like there is energy that's being invested here. You just don't know about it because it's being kept kind of very internally. It's like it hasn't been seen in the external yet, but in the internal, there's a hell of a lot of stuff going on within this person, but it's yet to come to the surface. They're thinking about making the move. They're yet to actually, do you know what I mean? It's yet to manifest. It's all up in the air. And by the way, energies are always ever shifting and changing. This is just a snapshot of the current energies at the time you watch this video. It's timeless. But you can bring about these changes yourself if you want to. Look into manifestation. I offer individual manifestation packages that are very, very powerful. Do your self-love. Call this person in and just say to yourself in your mind, like, I am open to you communicating with me. They may be afraid. They may feel like there's going to be an argument. They may feel like it isn't the right thing to do. Like you've kind of been through this moment of rest and recovery and you're kind of stable, and they don't want to come in and rock that stability if they're not sure. So you need to open up the pathways energetically between you to say, I'm open for this, you know. And if you ended things in a bad way, send them love in a kind of very generalized way, just so that they kind of energetically feel that expansion, that there is this chance and space for them to come in if they want to. And then I see the Nine of Cups, wishes and dreams coming true, and your happiness. So I do feel like you will find your happiness in this situation, and so will they. I hate to be the reader that gives people false hope, so I really don't say things unless I feel there's a good chance. But for me, these are quite strong. This, you know, every reader has different cards they want to see. This is a very specific card for me. I feel like there's going to be some luck and joy brought into this for you. I feel like it's been hard for both of you. It may have been necessary. If it's been hard for you, it probably has been hard for them. We have energetic ties with people. It's rare that someone doesn't feel in some way the weight of what they've done to you. You know, disappearing without contact is hard. It leaves a trace on the other person too. Energetically, it's not a great thing, but you also have to wonder to yourself why they felt they had to do that, and be honest with yourself. And what do you need to heal in yourself? What kind of behaviors has it brought up for you? Has there been some obsessional energy that came up in earlier readings I did? Maybe you're shifting it. Maybe you're like taking that on board. Maybe you're doing the work. Energy can always be shifted and changed between people. There's always hope. So, and if you watch the I Ching reading, or maybe watch it, one of the piles was very much about like not fixing something as a problem in your mind, because the more you fixate on like, this is a problem, this person's ignoring me, the more you're going to manifest that. If instead you just think, oh, I have time to just do my own thing, and don't really worry about it so much and think, I wish them well and I hope them to be happy. It's so much better for you. The universe is going to reward you for that, and maybe it changes the dynamic. And here we see deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. That's a very strong message for you, which is the same as this message, that yes, retreat, retract your energy, just as I was saying, you know, about how energetically if you give space, this is a form of love, to give space. If someone's ignoring you, don't contact them. You know, I know it's really, really, really difficult sometimes, but you've got to give people the space that they obviously need if they choose to do that. And it's probably not as personal as you think. It's maybe to do with stuff that's going on in their life. The best thing you can do is to retreat, is to not be in that needy energy, which is not going to manifest what you want, you know, and let the universe hold you. It says be held. I did a manifestation, just a very, very general manifestation video yesterday, all about finding this space where you're held by the universe. This is such a positive, beautiful space. Listen to that, maybe find that space within and go there whenever you feel anything coming up about this connection that triggers you. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it today, because I think that's plenty. You know where I am if you want a more personal reading on this for your specific situation and everything like that. But yeah, pile 1, that's your reading, and I'm going to now clear up all of the cards and then go on to pile 2. Oops. Queen of Pentacles came out, so I don't know, could be there are certain cards that are very specific to me. If that means anything to anyone, that's a little additional message for you, okay? Anytime a card flies out for me, like, it's funny, I have a bookshelf above here where I have like loads of books, like all my art books, all my tarot books, all my conspiracy theories and crazy stuff that I like to read. And sometimes when I come down in the morning, I see certain cards have just flown off the bookshelf. Obviously they're all a bit like, you know, they're kind of sat there a little bit precariously, but I just want to show you guys Ace of Cups as a back of deck energy, which is the card of unconditional love. But it's very interesting, the cards that fly out, it always sort of like is telling me a little message. And I've kind of just come to think of that as like my morning tarot card reading for myself. It's not like there are stairs above me, so I don't know how they get dislodged, really. I mean, who cares, right? It's cool. So maybe also I used to like find playing cards all the time on the street, because I don't know why I'm just going into this little bit about signs, but I guess it's a good thing to do while I shuffle. But I used to find all these like little playing cards, and obviously, you know, the tarot, you can use playing cards because it was originally, well, originally it was alchemical, but then it got used as a card game, the tarot, so that you can do tarot with normal cards. And I would always find these weird messages in the street in the cards. But there is a thing called apophenia, which is just like finding random patterns in things. That is a first stage of like serious mental illness. So with the whole seeing signs things, don't get too crazy about it. And honestly, the whole thing about, like, I know 1111 is so trendy right now, and it is the numerology of twin flames, and it is powerful and stuff, but you're going to see it everywhere because it's really, really fashionable, which could be a sign that everyone's awakening, but just like go easy on that one. I would say the signs that are important are so specific to you and your situation. Like, you know, when I sometimes get the 8 of Swords card and I can't really explain why, because like privacy, I'm not going to explain why because it's to do with someone else as well. But also I could never explain why to you guys because it would be such a long story, because it's so bloody specific. It's so specific, that exact card, whatever. If you've watched other videos, you know what I mean. But for me, it's like a very, very quick thing from the universe, like a visual thing, really quickly to say, remember this, and this, and this progression of events, don't forget, it flags it up. So I think the signs that will be like crucial to you guys will be signs that when you see them, it's like you remember all of this crazy stuff. It's like very, very specific. It's your person's full name, not their initial. Like, just really like get clear on what is actually a message for you and what is just like you wanting to find meaning in something. It's really important, because I do believe in seeing signs, and if you pay attention to signs in a very specific and proper way, they will guide you towards like your highest good in all aspects, career, everything. But it can also be very addictive and not helpful. So I hope that makes sense. If not, like, I can like contact me for personal stuff and we'll get into it with that, because it's a very important message. Right, that was a bit of a rant. I wonder if I'll end up time stamping that as like my signs rant or something. Sorry if, actually no, it's all time stamped, so I should stop apologizing in these readings. They're like free readings. Okay, so finally, welcome pile 2 if you just joined. So let me just take a moment. I'm going to drink some mugwort tea. I just want to connect into your energies, clearing anything from the previous reading now fully. I want to talk about this stone with you. If you were attracted to this, you may have liked this visual of the moon card as well, but this stone does have a significant meaning, and it's very, very significant to me. So this is a Smithsonite crystal. It's the stone of rebirth. It's about tranquility. It's all to do with inner child healing. So feelings of being unwanted, unloved, out of place as a child perhaps. It's also totally about having a healthy immune system, and it's a very, very protective card for for viruses. Did I say it was a card as well? Wow. That was weird. I don't know why I did that. That's odd. Anyway, maybe you get your words muddled up sometimes, guys. Anyway, it's about healing, both physically and emotionally. And interestingly, I got this card. A friend of mine who's a psychic, Angie, if you're watching, tell me if you got this pile. That would be hilarious. I mean, maybe you would though, because of the crystal. But anyway, she suggested that I get this crystal in one of my readings with her. And it was just before Corona happened. And this is a very good crystal for viruses and the immune system. She also said I should give one to my mother and one to my twin, Flame Guy, which I did. So for me, it's about like spreading protection. So you could be a kind of healing person. You could hold space for others. If you resonate with being on the twin flame journey, could be a message for you about that. Only take it if it resonates. It's not something you would like necessarily choose to be on if you're not on it. It's a lot of hard work. So if you want to just stick on the soulmate vibe, that's brilliant. You don't need to be like, oh, I want to be in a twin flame. Like if you're not in that thing, that's great. In a way, it's probably easier. Anyway, this could also be about maternal issues as well, because this for me was to do with my mother and stuff. So that could just so you know, just in case it resonates. Do let me know in the comments section, by the way, if any of these things are resonating. So now this reading is no contact, how do they feel? It's going to be a current snapshot of the energies. Remember, energies shift and change, and you have the power to change and shift energies. Of course, you can't affect someone else's free will, but how you feel within yourself and how you behave within yourself and your inner kind of being and your relationship to that and how you behave, that will affect others. And also, never underestimate the power of good intentions. Send someone love. Oh my God. Crazy. I asked for these piles to be very specific and not to have leaking messages. But maybe it is a case that for this pile too, the Wheel of Fortune has come out. So things are in motion. That's the I need to tell you that straight away, actually, before I do the other cards. This pile needs to know, because I think this pile are in quite a dark place. 9 of Swords. Oh, 9 of Wands. Interesting. Yeah. I read it as the Nine of Swords though, which means, it's, I'm going to take that because I know that card well. So it's interesting that I read it as the Nine of Swords because that's all about anxiety and sleepless nights. So I feel like you guys are feeling anxious and you're also feeling very defensive because you've got the Nine of Wands as well. I'm going to take this as both of them. So I just want you to know though that whatever's going on at the moment, this is in motion, changes are coming, energy is in motion within this connection and things are shifting and changing. So wherever you are at now, know that it's going to shift and change. So if you're not in a happy place with this connection, it's changing for the better. If you're feeling really great, be warned that it could be changing for a different direction, one that might make you feel quite defensive. But change is coming with this group, also with the first group, but it's like they want me to say it straight away. Okay, what else then? Hang on, I want to make sure I really shuffle these so that if anything else comes out, I know that it's just... Group 2, what do they need to know? Oh my god. Can't make it up, guys. That card came out in pile 1. Okay, pile 2, watch pile 1 if you haven't already. It's the same message. My collective must be so small at the moment that I am actually getting anyone who wants, because these are for the love readings specifically. Your messages are all, we're in a kind of communal, well, this is not really, my energy is out of the equation when I do readings like this, I hope. It's my intention. But within this group, I feel like the people who watch these readings, you're in a similar place and the dynamic is similar because the messages, the messages that are coming out, even though I'm really shuffling these, and this happened in my last reading, and it's cool in a way because it shows that, you know, this is a message that I really need to deliver. Oh my God, guys, I'm getting goosebumps. I know I'm psychic and I know I'm a good tarot reader, but I hope by the 1st of January I have my 100 subscribers because I bloody well deserve them. No one on YouTube hardly shuffles live that they let you see the cards like this because a lot of it is constructed. I'm not dissing, there are good YouTube readers. I've connected with amazing psychics through this. It's been totally part of my journey, but I've seen a lot of stuff that's constructed and it keeps people trapped and they're using tarot as a narrative story device, which is totally fine. What I'm doing is totally live. I'm using multiple decks and I'm getting the same cards coming out because Spirit wants someone perhaps here to know that this is real. Maybe even for me, because sometimes I doubt myself, which is healthy. But I know it to be true. This is exactly the same energy of the first pile, so watch that as well. The Death card, this is about, you know, in the first pile I said there was the 10 of Swords, which is the minor arcana version of the Death card. So this is the major arcana version of the Death card. It's the Death card. There's been an ending. Both of you feel like this is totally final. You can't see how you could come back together, but you both want to. You both want to. The universe is going to intervene. It's a divine connection. Your divine counterparts, your twin flames, possibly. I'm getting goosebumps. I know that my collective of people are on the twin flame journey because I am, and that's why I'm here to help people, and it's just so bloody obvious. But thank you, Spirit, because maybe I need to know this too sometimes. 4 of Wands, it came out in the last deck. It was a different card from a different deck. I really hope some of the tarot readers that I love are watching this because they'll find this bloody hilarious, probably. Here it is again, 10 of Wands, reunion, happy families, coming back together, 11-11. Sorry, it's a bit overwhelming. I wonder if what's going on with my guy as well, because I feel like something's going on with him, but I have to try not to care. I see reunions happening for this group though, okay? I'm just going to say that. I see new beginnings, the Fool card. You guys need to listen to pile 1 because I don't really want to have to say it all over again, but you have to send good energy to your person. You have to let them know that energetically you're open to this happening. If you ended things badly, it's time to clear the slate so that the energy can come back. Don't reach out to them in a written form, because this may all be going on in the 5D, and honestly, if someone's ignoring you, like, screw them in a way. Like, that's not very spiritual of me, and obviously my higher self and my twin are in a beautiful union probably, although I have cut the cord so that I don't have to feel him. But I feel myself like, actually no, I just want to focus on myself. Of course it's part of the journey, but I don't think you should reach out to anyone. I think they need to be the ones to reach out to you. And you feel like you've invested in this for so long and waited for so long and been so patient. Oh my God, this card came out as well. I just realised it looks so different in the other deck. The Seven of Pentacles. Holy shit. Holy shit. Sorry guys, it's not professional perhaps, but this reading is on fire. This reading is intense. It's like my last reading. I'm such a good reader, sorry. But I'm so good. Not that I'm so good, but like, okay, that is like terrible ego bullshit. But guys, let's help this channel get bigger, because I feel like other people need these messages. Please, if you're watching the videos, subscribe, like them, comment. It all helps. Also, I'm trying to manifest 100 subscribers by January so I can show people that manifestation is real. Help me do that. But also, like, I just want to get a bigger collective, because otherwise when I do the pick a card readings, I'm basically just doing specific readings for people, which is fine. I mean, it's fine. Maybe it's fine. But I would like this thing to grow, and I feel like it's this mess. Like, come on. I'm good at delivering these messages. It's like a message for me, because for so long I've been interested in the tarot as well as an artist. I've looked at it in every different way. I've looked at how addictive online tarot reading is. I've looked at the symbolism within the tarot. I made my own deck of tarot, which I used for performances, and it's like the universe is like, what the hell are you doing? You forgot the main thing here. You forgot the basic thing that you did years and years ago. You read tarot for people. You're psychic. And recently, and it was a reading I got with a reader from YouTube that made me realize it. She was like, you're forgetting something. You're forgetting something. Angie, if you're watching, big love. I was forgetting that this everyone on a twin flame journey there's a purpose for it, right? And this is part of what I'm meant to do. Shit. Should I contact my guy? No, I can't. I wonder. Oh, I can't. I'm not doing it. Shit, guys. I can't take it. You see that I'm shuffling the cards, right? Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity, double mission, twin flame mission. I was just talking about that. Channeling and uplifting humanity, that's my mission. That's probably for you guys too. That's your mission. I know you guys are spiritual as well. I know there are other readers watching this. Angie, I'd feel like you're not going to get annoyed by me saying your name, because you're also a reader that does stuff like, and I'm not saying your reading name. But if you are watching this, I feel like this is kind of actually a message for you as well, because you told me about this stone, and I know you're on the journey. So I don't know, maybe you need that. Oh my God. Should I get one more card? Oh my God. High Priestess. That's the energy of the spiritual divine feminine, connected to their intuition, holding the polarity of the white and black pillars behind them, the intuition, the moon, secrets coming to light, arcane knowledge, knowing what's going on, trusting your intuition. I know what I'm meant to do with this reading, but I just don't know how I can do it. Okay, that's a message for me that I have to get out of the way. But guys, with your intuition, if something's coming up with this reading and you're like, I should do that thing, just do it. Don't question it, just do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And it's like a really crazy thing for me to do. Your intuition is telling you what to do in this situation, so I think you need to do that. Sorry, this reading was really crazy. I gave myself a reading before the reading, which was different to this. It wasn't this message, so that I got my stuff out of the way, because I was starting to think like, holy shit, maybe I'm just getting these very clear messages because it's my stuff, but I know that's not true because literally like 20 clients contact me after I do these things to be like, oh my God, that was like a personal reading, and for different reasons because there were lots of messages. So it's not that, but this has really affected me. And I know it's a really important reading, and it's weird because I was not planning to do a reading today because I've got an exhibition opening. I'm super busy. I also do a radio show. I've got to organise loads of stuff with that. I'm organising the person who's going to come on and do, I didn't tell you guys. I'm doing a Halloween special with a healing musician, and we're going to do something really special. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we're planning it. I've got like 100 things I need to plan today. But I was like eating breakfast, and I was literally like, oh my God, I have to do a reading right now. And that's what I did. So yeah, please let me know how it resonates. Interact with the channel. Let's get this stuff being seen by more people. I'm going to close down the energies now, sending everyone massive love, light, peace, healing, and take care, everyone. Please let me know how it resonates. Okay, all the best.